Hi guys, Andy May here. Welcome back to the channel. It's time for the bi-weekly makeup basket, so let's just go ahead and get into it. The same three eyeliners from the past however many baskets are still in here. A black, a purple, which has gotten kind of to a nub, and a black brown, so those are staying in the basket. And the mascaras are staying because they're still going strong. I've got the Perversion, Roller Lash, and a Waterproof by Essence. They're all still doing good. I think the waterproof is starting to dry out just a smidget. For primers, last week I had these two because this doesn't work great with just powder. And this one I put in, and it actually does work great with the primer, or with just powder. Both of these work great with the foundation I had in, so these are actually going to go out though, because I'd like to use a primer that I can use up, so I'm going to throw in the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. It's just a little deluxe sample or whatever, so I'm sure it won't take me too long to work through this, and I know that this works great with powder and the foundation that I'm going to be putting in. So last week I had these two guys in. 840 was more my color than 832. This one was too light, but I just don't find myself wanting to wear something. This isn't even super heavy, but I don't want to wear something heavy like this right now. I'm really just enjoying powder. So I figured, oh, it just started pouring outside. I decided to throw in one of my tinted moisturizers. This one's by Wet n Wild. It's the Ultimate Sheer in the color 182 Natural. Just for a hint of coverage. I don't really need anything strong right now. I don't have any major breakouts, so this is going to be my foundation for the next 2 weeks. And of course, I'm keeping my two powders in. I've been working really hard on these. Most of the time this past 2 weeks I've just wore the powders, and this guy's getting to the point where I don't know if I should kind of crack all this out and repress it, because it's getting kind of crazy to just get that ring there. And I did just wipe everything down to get the color off. I figured I'd do some pictures of the progress on them, and here's this one. So I'm getting down there, making progress. Those are the powders from the past like month that are staying in, and concealers are staying the same. I have the Bare Minerals concealer for under eye coverage because this one doesn't work great for it, and then I have this Almay concealer for breakouts, blemishes, etc. So those are staying in. And for my face, I had these guys in last week. I actually had the Bahama Mama bronzer in, but it made my face look muddy, so I had to pull it out. I couldn't use it, and I subbed in this guy. I think I'm going to keep him in here because this is a great contour color for me. This is in Dolce de Leche. And of course, my Tarte Park Avenue Princess bronzer is still in here. You guys can definitely see the rings now. And I've been working to where you can actually see like the rim of the pan over here a lot more than what you can like on this side. So hopefully I will see pan in this guy sometime in the next week or two. So those guys are going in the basket for the week. And for blush, I had these little samples. I had a third one, and it didn't go over very well, so I haven't broken into the other two. I do want to keep these two in here to kind of play with them, see how I like them. They are a cream blush by Glam Natural. So those are going in. And I had in this blush palette by e.l.f. and swear I can never open this package. I was trying to use it, but I feel like these colors are they don't look as dark in the camera as they are in real life. I mean, 3 of them are from the dark blush palette and one's from the light, and these just feel too dark for summertime, honestly. So I'll pull this back out in the winter. That's going out, and I am subbing in my e.l.f. blush in St. Lucia, like the little contour palette. I've hit major pan on this guy. I do want to finish this blush up by the end of the year, but I really like this. It's nice and shimmery, perfect for summer. I mean, we are still in summer. And then I figured I'd give this guy a go. It is a little Ulta blush and bronzer duo, and it's in the color Splendor. So I figured I'd play with this, and it gives me a bronzer option if I hit pan on the other one to play with a new bronzer. Now for highlight, I had in ColourPop and Butterfly Beach, you guys know, and Ofra and Illuminating Blush Strips. I'm not going to show you, but this one gets to go out because I've hit my goal for the project that this is in. I'm keeping this guy because I do want to use him up. Hopefully, I don't think I'm going to finish him for the project, but hopefully by the end of the year, I will have him finished up. And I'm going to pull in my Wet n Wild bronzer in Ticket to Brazil, right? Nope, Reserve Your Cabana is this one. And it's just really light. It's really pretty. It's kind of a natural, subtle type glow. So I wanted to play with this one. I haven't in a long time. So these are the highlighters for the next 2 weeks. And then we've got eyeshadow primer is still the Avon one. I just want to work on it and get it used up by the end of the year. Works great. I don't really have any complaints, so that's staying. For eyeshadow, I had in these two guys by ColourPop in Midnight and Porter. I swatched them, but I never actually wore them, and I need to wear them and make sure that glitter fallout is not an issue, so they are going to stay. And then I had in the Lorac Gold palette. Super pretty. I really like the colors. These work great. I kind of dip into this one a couple times and then this one, and it works great for my crease. It doesn't really have, to me, a good overall setting powder. I've been using stuff from my Z palette. That's why my Z palette kind of hangs out with me at all times. But I like the palette. I'm definitely keeping it, but it's not staying in another week. I'm actually going to pull in my Wet n Wild in Comfort Zone. I've never fully committed to using this on a regular basis. Of course, I've pulled this pretty shade out, and that's really the only color I've truly ever used in this palette. So I figured I'd commit to this guy, and I'm bringing in a cream shadow by Trestique to kind of set the lid with, to help intensify some of the shimmer maybe, just because I figured I'd play with it. I haven't in a long time since I got it in a Ipsy bag. And of course my Z palette will be with me because it always is. For eyebrows last week, I had this guy. It is a clean color eyebrow palette. I love this thing. And I had in the Bravo primer by Benefit. This stuff just doesn't work with anything. It doesn't work with pencils. It doesn't really work before or after. It doesn't work well as like an eyebrow gel. This is just kind of a useless product for me. It is going to stay in the makeup basket just so that I can use it up and get it out of my collection. I am going to rest this one for the next 2 weeks and pull back in my NYX Micro Brow Pencil because I need to work on it. And my Essence Make Me Brow in Brownie Browns. I miss this. So these guys are going in for my brows. To set my whole face, I've got the B6 by Urban Decay. I think there's about half a bottle left of this. I honestly, once this empties, I'm just going to refill it with my Urban Decay Disc Slick. So whatever on that. And for lips, I did have in the Makeup Forever Lip Line Perfector. I'm still working on this, so it can stay in there. And I had in all of these lip colors. And honestly, I didn't wear them all. I did use Rikugian by NARS. I used this one, which is Berry Tales by Wet n Wild. I used Transcendence. This one is the one that kind of hung out in my purse. And then I used Fashion Darling, but I didn't use the red or the more berry plummy colors. I mean, it is summer, so of course I stuck to nudes and a pink. But I really like these, definitely keeping them in the collection. They are going out this week though, and I'm pulling in the two that are in my project. This one's getting kind of low. I'm able to see like actual lines along the tube. I don't know how long before I don't have enough to actually cover my lips. Gonna keep working on that one for the project. And this guy by Revlon in Seduction, right? Yes, Seduction. This one though, I can't really see the sides. I can't see if it's scraping or not. I think this frosted glass makes it impossible, so I don't know. I did try taking out the stopper, but I couldn't get it out, so we shall see how long this guy actually lasts me. And because I'm enjoying just simple, easy lip colors with a hint of color, I'm pulling in my Burt's Bees lipsticks. I have Sunset Cruise, Blush Basin, Lily Lake, and Suede Splash. So a little bit of color, a little bit of nude. I love these things. They're easy to wear. So there is the makeup basket for the next couple weeks. I feel like it's actually a normal amount of stuff sitting in here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys could just hear me. I think I was covering up the microphone. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. And hope to see you in the next one. Bye.